Mobile water, unique in every way.
It's been 30 years of joyfulness. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Midday News. The Midday News is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM here in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM. We are also on myjoyonline.com, live in all 16 regions of Ghana via various affiliates, live on X Spaces and Facebook. The Midday News is supported by Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams. Coming up.
Jesus, a lady has been slapped. Wow. So that is some fight happening right inside here. That is what is happening here. So that is the fight, that is the chaos that is happening right inside your Odame Methodist Church.
Chaos, assault of a journalist, missing names and allegations of vote buying top incidents at Abluma North, where voting is underway in 19 polling stations to settle the disputed parliamentary polls held in December last year.
I saw one gentleman talk about pepper spray, and when they talked about the pepper, when they talk about the pepper spray, all that they just said that they are not comfortable with the use of pepper spray here. It's a voting center.
We're live on the ground with the latest updates as NDC and MPP trade allegation got vote buying.
Now they are donating presidential camps, so I won't be surprised they are sharing.
This morning, there is a video on one of your sister stations where the gentleman was asked after he finished voting what happened, and then he said he's received 100 cedis from the NDC candidate to come and vote. He's on record.
Meanwhile, a police officer who assaulted a journalist at one of the polling stations has been interdicted by the police service. We'll bring you details. What's up in sports?
The Black Queens of Ghana in action later today. They take on Mali in their second African Women's Cup of Nations group game.
This is Joy News. We are independent, we are fearless, and we are credible. I am Hannah Odame. I'll bring you details. There was chaos, assaults of a journalist, missing names and allegations of vote buying, topping incidents at Abluma North, where voting is currently underway in 19 polling stations to settle the disputed parliamentary polls that was held in December last year. There's heavy police deployment with at least 100 police personnel stationed at each polling station. ACP Theodore is director of operations there. Let's hear from him.
I think we want to have a peaceful elections of this rerun at Abluma North. So for now, we have made a lot of police deployment, and we want everybody to come down and observe from far. If you are not a voter, don't just get closer to create any confusion. The police are there. If you joke, we'll pick you up. We'll have about 100 policemen at each police station. The deployment is done in phases, so the rest will be done once we still go rounds and see where tension probably will be mounting up, then we'll be increasing in Anoma. I think we want to have a peaceful.
You heard the ACP Theodore Holomenu. He is Director of Operations with the Ghana Police Service. Well, despite this, the vote has been anything but peaceful.
Jesus, a lady has been slapped. Wow. So that is some fight happening right inside here. That is what is happening here. So that is the fight, that is the chaos that is happening right inside your Odame Methodist Church. All we saw were that we saw some marksmen enter the premises. So the police is in here trying to halt whatever that is happening. You can see that the men who entered, they have been apprehended. Okay, so that is what is happening. That is what, if you get a closer view, the members are fighting with the police there. That is what is happening. Okay, so they've moved to the back. They've moved to the back of the building. So these are some of the scenes, the sights and sounds that you are seeing in here at the Abluma North, Odame Methodist Church.
Well, so let's take you live then and speak to our correspondent on the ground. We just heard Jacqueline Asamoah-Yeboah. And Jacqueline, tell us about the incident involving the assault of our journalist.
Yes, Hannah. Good afternoon. So you just heard my voice there. That was during the live earlier on News Desk. Everything just happened so fast. All we saw was that masked men, they just entered, they pushed their way inside the main doors of the Abluma. Currently, we are at the Odame Methodist Church, and everything was just chaotic. They were trying to push some of the party members who were inside. They were trying to get them outside because the other party said that they didn't want any other political. Each of.
Unfortunately, we have lost Jacqueline Asamoah-Yeboah there, but she will try and reconnect her and get her back on the phone lines. We know that following this incident, however, the police tried to restore calm, but that was not an easy task. Listen to James Aveji capture that a while ago.
Some youths are pushing the gate now and wanted to have access to the place. This is the Methodist church, one of the polling stations at Odoko, where the clash has been happening between some supporters, gentlemen who drove in here on motorbike, a number of them in helmets, some covering their faces, clashing with each other. They just pushed the gate open. You see them there still pushing, forcing the gate to the polling center to be open for them. It is unclear what they want to get access to the place to do, but you have them in your shots there still pushing to get access to the place. We are still unclear which party they support yet and why they want to have access to the place, but you see one of them throws sand. They are throwing sand to the journalists who are on the walls trying to capture the moment. They are throwing sand to them. It is unclear why they are agitated so far, but it's still unclear why they are so agitated amongst themselves. They drove in here on motorbikes, some still in the helmet and pushing gates to be open. The police are here to effect any arrest amongst them. No one has been arrested so far. I see that Mustafa Gbande. I will try and see if I can speak to him briefly to know what the challenge is and what the boys want, for which reason they are here. But so far, the police as well as the party leadership are trying to calm situation. Mr. Gbande, are trying to calm situation here as we speak. It's unclear what the agitation. I see there a police FPU van also driving to the place with a police officer sitting on top of it. The vehicle is trying to make its way here. Unclear. I see another police patrol vehicle also coming. Mr. Tabaklo, you were speaking to us. Is it clear what the guys were trying to...
I think the guys were saying that they are not comfortable with the presence of Hawa Kumsin here. I pleaded with them that the police have already moved with her through the back door, so she's no longer here. So basically, that was it. Wait. Take your time.
Mr. Tabaklo, I just want to find out the boys who are here to demand that she's taken out. Are they your members?
I saw one gentleman talk about pepper spray. And when they talked about the pepper, when they talk about the pepper spray, all that they just said, that they are not comfortable with the use of pepper spray here. It's a voting center.
You're still listening to your superstation, Joy 99.7 FM. And we know that the Defense Minister, Dr. Omane-Boamah, is currently on the Joy News channel. So let's cross over and hear what he's saying about this election.
Yebetumi ewiesa abatoya yeba betui na Abluma North enya omo member of parliament constituency na kasa na yede akase omo eyi omo edawase
opening kase da sepa edawase
Well, we just heard him ending that conversation with our sister station at Dome FM, and he said that he is hopeful that we will be able to get a parliamentary candidate for the Ablekuma North constituency, and it will be peaceful. Let's go back to reporter James Alveji. Now, James, we had James a while ago. So, James, tell us the situation at this particular point. Has anything changed?
Well, Hannah, relative calm has been restored to the Methodist polling center here in Ablekuma North constituency. A while ago, the process was halted, and the police as well as the party leaders have been trying to find a solution to the chaos. It was raw blows exchange between supporters of both sides of the political divide. In fact, I spoke to one of the leaders of supporters who stormed here on motorbike, some of them with cars, and they have been saying that their demand has been that the Honorable Hawa Kumsin, former MP, who came here to also observe the process, to leave the place. And so that was the reason for
James, hold on there. What did she come there to do exactly? Then you move on to what the people wanted from her.
It's unclear why he's here. She was here because we know that this is not her constituency. But from the explanation we've been getting from the supporters as well as the NDC leadership has been that she was here to also monitor the process, just as other MPs and former MPs who have been tasked by the party to also supervise the process. And so it was just one of those usual visits. But the supporters of the NDC were not happy about her presence at this particular polling station. And so they demanded that she was the police to take her away from the place. And so it was part of that negotiation that the supporters of the NPP also objected to the demands of the NDC, and it led into chaos, into the fight between the two sides. But their leaders have been able to calm them down. The NDC's Mustafa Bandi, as well as the director of legals, Edwin Tamekulu, were able to negotiate with them, and they left together with the it was later that the YEA CEO Malik Basintali also came to the scene and also left subsequently. And so for about 30 minutes now, the process came to a halt, but I can confirm to you that the process has resumed now here at the Methodist Church Ghana polling center here at Odoko. I count about 8 voters in line now going through the process to cast their vote. So calm has been restored.
All right, James.
Both the Interior as well as the Defense Ministers, Muntaka Mohammed and Honorable Manibuama have also just left the place, and they have ensured that they will put every measure in place to keep calm here. They have ruled out the deployment of military, so voting has resumed, Hannah.
All right. Thank you, James. But hold on for us. Hold on for us, James. We'll come to you again.
Okay.
Well, we know that some voters were unable to find their names in the voters register at some polling centers. The Ayawaso North MCE and assembly member who spoke to Joy News say they've had to help party executives inform the electorate about the situation so that the issue can be resolved.
So far, so good. The only challenge we do have currently is that ideally this polling station should be containing 3 other polling stations, but it's only 1 polling station that is active. And as such, people do come thinking it's their branch, but upon entry, they get to realize their names are not in the register. That is the only problem we're having currently. So we are making some of the branch executives in here go inside to talk to the people, sensitize them, and let them know who are eligible to vote today.
That's what I realized was this polling station is having 3 centers, but when they come, it's only one polling station that can allow them to vote. Yeah. And even what is bothering me is those having the names A, the alphabet A to D. So it means if your surname starts with E, you will not be able to vote. So that has been our problem because most of our people, their name starts from the E to Z. So now we have to go out there and make sure we educate the people very well, check their names before we allow them to come and vote.
So far, so good. The only challenge we do have currently is that ideally, this polling station should be containing 3 other polling stations, but it's only one polling station that is active. And as such, people do come thinking it's their branch, but upon entry, they get to realize their names are not in the register. That is the only problem we're having currently. Yeah. So we are making some of the branch executives in here go inside to talk to the people, sensitize them, and let them know who are eligible to vote today.
That's what I realized was this polling station is having 3 centers, but when they come, it's only one polling station that can allow them to vote. Yeah. And even what is bothering me is those having the names A, the alphabet A to D. So it means if your surname starts with E, you will not be able to vote. So that has been our problem because most of our people, their name starts from the E to Z. So now we have to go out there and make sure we educate the people very well, check their names before we allow them to come and vote.
So far, so good.
James is still with us. James is still with us, and briefly tell us, James, did you witness any of those missing names situation?
For the polling stations I have been so far before coming here, there has not been any of missing names in the register. So far, I've been to the DVLA polling center where 613 voters were expected to vote. As at the time I left, at about 7:30, over 30 of them had voted. The Lost Pentecostal Church polling station at Pasibo, 563 and 103 voted as at 11 a.m. when I left. And the other place I've been to was the Roman Catholic Church, Bozia Junction, Odoko, where 538 were expected to vote and 104 voted. And so for the other places I have been to, it has relatively been calm, no incidents, no missing name in the voter register before I come into the Methodist voting center here at Odoko.
Thank you very much, James Aveji, reporting live from Abluma North constituency there. And he will be bringing us updates as and when the voting continues until the last vote. Joy will be there. That's your election headquarters. Well, Mustafa Gbande with the NDC and Miracles Abuaji of the NDC are trading allegation of vote buying. Listen to them.
Rana Champo donated 200,000. Baumia donated 400,000. Now they are donating presidential camps. So I won't be surprised they are sharing. But as for us, we are stabilizing the economy. We don't have money to share. We have goodwill messages to give. They say they are not participating in the election. They told all of us. So I don't see why they are here. Where are their principles?
You saw the reports going around yesterday about the Jubilee House bringing 10 million into their constituency. For just 19 police stations, 10 million. This morning, there's a video on one of your sister stations where the gentleman was asked after he finished voting what happened. And then he said he's received 100 cedis from the NDC candidate to come and vote. He's on record. In fact, I'm actually pushing that video to the OSP because he's the one that's arresting people for vote buying. Ask him. The gentleman said he received Momo, and this can be verified. Because all we need to do is to go to MTN and actually verify whether he's lying or not. Because I am not the gentleman, I don't vote here. But he confirmed that he received 100 cedis from the NDC candidate to come and vote. Why are we selling our democracy? Why are we buying the will of the people? I don't know what the NDC think they are doing. Abluma North is voting.
These are allegations yet.
But that's exactly what I said. Didn't I say that the gentleman is on video?
Yeah.
And the gentleman has yet finished voting? Mm-hmm. You see, they can buy as much as they want. But there's one thing that I know for sure. What I know for sure is that Abluma North elections today is to halt a possible parliamentary dictatorship. Ablekuma people are not just voting for a leader, they are voting to halt the possibility of handing over this country's constitution into the hands of one people for them to manipulate and do whatever they want. They are doing it.
Rana Champo donated 200,000. Baumia donated 400,000. Now they are donating presidential camps. So I won't be surprised they are sharing. But as for us,
well, we heard the NDC's Mustafa Gbande and MPP's Miracles Abuaje all trading allegations of vote buying. Well, Beauty Emefa Nate, who is the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Integrity Initiative, has been addressing this issue of vote buying.
If people would use inducement to continue to lure voters, I think that this is something the parties themselves should condemn. And history has even taught us that the electorates are even becoming wiser. You know, if you look at what happened in Asinfosu, where a lot of money was displayed, voters were so able to defend and voted with their conscience and not the inducement. So politicians should come to that realization that the one-off things that they give around voters, close to election or election day, will not necessarily influence people's decisions, because people may have already made up their minds long enough, and the fact that they took something from you doesn't warrant that they are going to vote for you. So we think that especially these big parties in Ghana, the NPP, the NDC, should come to that realization and desist from inducement. If people would use inducement to continue to lure voters, I think that this is something the parties themselves should condemn. And history has even taught us that the electorates are even becoming wiser. You know, if you look at what happened in Asinfosu, where a lot of money was displayed, voters were so able to defend and voted with their conscience and not the inducement. So politicians should come to that realization that the one-off things that they give around voters, close to election or election day, will not necessarily influence. If people would use inducement.
We had the Beauty Emefa Nate. She's the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Integrity Initiative. It's your election headquarters live in Ablekuma North constituency for the parliamentary primary rerun there, and we are bringing you updates up to the minute. Well, we will take a short break here. When we come back, we'll deal with all the assault cases that we have witnessed and reported from Ablekuma North. Just keep your dials here.
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a petrol source station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth, because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Sankofa, Yenchi.
Kel, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Junior, your school bus will soon get here. Hurry up.
Mommy, my head is aching me and I'm feeling cold. Honey, Junior's temperature is too high and he feels feverish.
Oh, baby. So you didn't give him the Encamol paracetamol syrup that I gave you the last time?
Oh, no, I forgot.
Okay, you know what? It's not too late. Just give him Encamol and he'll be fine in no time. Encamol paracetamol syrup, a strawberry-flavored paracetamol syrup, and it's specially made for children aged 3 months to 12 years. It helps manage pain like headaches, teething pain, and fever. And guess what? Because of the strawberry flavor, the kids enjoy taking it.
I can tell from the way he's licking his lips. And look at how he's jumping around. Hurry up and go to school, Junior.
Yes, now you can get Encamol paracetamol syrup in all pharmacy shops. For bulk purchase, go to NK Pharma Head Office, Abelinkwe, or call 050-658-8315. This advert is FDA approved.
It's your election headquarters here on Joy 99.7 FM. Well, as we promised you, the police has been dealing with some issues of violence against some journalists who so far been assaulted in the parliamentary primaries that's going on in Abluma North constituency. One of them is joining us, Sally Mate. There's another one who is Kwabena Ajekum Banahini of GH1. We know the police have swiftly dealt with the assault of the GH1 journalist, and we will hear from Kenneth, who has those details shortly. But first, let's go to Jacqueline, who witnessed that assault. Well, earlier you were telling us exactly how this happened, Jacqueline. How is Sally, before you go on?
I spoke to her some minutes ago. She says she's having some headache. She's experiencing some headache, but apart from that, I think she's traumatized. So that's what she was telling me earlier.
So where exactly is she currently?
You sent her to the hospital. That was what I was, the notice I was giving earlier. I was asked to bring her back to the office, then she gets sent to the hospital. So I believe by now she should be in the hospital.
And how are you, Jacqueline?
I'm currently, I don't know how to explain my mood now, but I was disturbed earlier when it happened. Because they just happened right in front of me. When I saw a woman being slapped, I was going there to push her away, and the guy threw a punch in her face, which resulted in the underneath part of her eye being cut. That was what happened.
But Jacqueline, do you know if the one who attacked Sally has been identified?
No, but we have videos of him circulating already on social media, and I've seen him around still in a bandana. No one has been arrested. Even earlier when the chaos happened inside, all that we saw was that the police just asked them to move out of the perimeter. Nobody was arrested. And when they came outside, they slapped another lady, then they hit Sally. The police was aware of it during that moment. Nobody was arrested. All they asked was, leave, and that was it.
Well, Jacqueline and Samoya were bringing us to details of the assault on a Joy News reporter, a Joy News journalist, Sally. There, we will go back to Jacqueline, who's trying to find her composure. But as we told you, the police has dealt with the assault of the GH1 reporter. That's Kwabena Ajekum Banahini. Kenneth, what has the police been saying?
Well, the Ghana Police Service says it has monitored a viral video in which one of their officers is seen assaulting a reporter. The officer concerned, according to the police, has been withdrawn from the ongoing election duty at Abluma North, and in line with internal disciplinary procedures, he has been interdicted and referred to the Police Professional Standards Bureau for investigation. The police says they would like to assure the public that a thorough investigation will be conducted into the matter and further updates will be communicated.
Thank you very much, Kenneth JC. It's your election headquarters here on Joy 99.7 FM. We can assure you that you'll have to stay tuned here because we'll bring you up to the minute updates from Abluma North constituency where the primary parliamentary rerun is currently ongoing. We'll hear from Jacqueline, we'll hear from James, and we'll hear from more of our reporters who've been deployed to the area. Stay tuned, and for now, we will go to Pastor Mensa Otabel, who will bring us Living Way.